Hi, my name is Courtney Day, and today I will be presenting the art made by the Tuggerla people, who are Indigenous of the Narragatta lands of Western Australia, that will represent the concept of belonging. This art is being used by native elders such as Elizabeth Ellis to merge the cultures of Aborigines with that of our educational system. Elizabeth, most known as Lizzie, has recognised that today's younger Aboriginal children have been caught between their Indigenous culture and that of modern Australia. They have a sense of not relating or belonging either. Throughout the course, we have learnt that the arts practice are a powerful way for us to learn and teach about Indigenous knowledges and the ways that we come to understand our relationships with others, how our identities are constructed, represented and challenged. By categorising belonging, I will demonstrate the relationship between arts, teaching, learning, and Indigenous knowledges. The concept belonging is imperative when it comes to Indigenous peoples and education, because students who feel like they belong constantly feel happier and more relaxed with fewer school-related issues. The assimilation policy was a policy of captivating Aboriginal people into the white society by detaching children from their families. It dominated the educational policies of the time, which destructed Aboriginal society. Within a school environment, the white dominant culture, values and practices are the learning rules or guidelines that are reflected upon, and sadly those who don't have a cultural background are generally those of success. Recent studies have shown that providing teacher cross-cultural training and embedding the cultures of Indigenous people's perspective in the classroom will improve the students' attendance, engagement, participation, and pathways into further education and work. Indigenous students find it hard in everyday life to fit in, causing them to constantly disengage in class, affecting their literacy and numeracy, school attendance, and participation. By addressing the Aboriginal culture with paintings or Aboriginal art around the classroom, we'll imbalance and bring something of Indigenous cultures into schools, which will enrich all students' understanding of Australia and our history. It is crucial to teach our students to value the way both Aboriginal and white Australian cultures are presented, such as how stories are told. If we recognise the stories via art or culture in both societies, it will promote a sense of belonging within the classroom. Elizabeth Ellis was a woman of the Ngarrindjara. She was born in the bush at the time of the first contact between her family and white Australians. She has recognised the need to merge the cultures of Indigenous peoples with that recognised as modern Australia. She has seen the Aboriginal children in her society have beliefs in cultural change by modern technology. She, with her cultural background and white society learning experience, has devised a visual game involving native art and modern technology to help Aboriginal children bridge the understanding gap. The game is surrounded by Aboriginal culture as it is set in the Western Desert landscapes and features the culture's unique flora and fauna. Lizzie states, "We're bringing our knowledge of the land into this new digital world. The game is also being developed for mobile and tablet use and will be something that's not just for English." Lizzie hopes that this will be the template for other languages, especially desert languages, and that they will show people all around the world that Aboriginal languages are living. For Lizzie to develop this game, it will definitely identify the Aboriginal culture and bring it into schools. Not only will the students have an understanding of the culture within the school, but by playing the game outside of school, will make the culture natural and as it is a part of life, not just because they are forced to learn about it. Strategies to bring about improvements in attendance and engagement of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students are doomed to failure if schools don't actively support student identity and belonging. It must be recognised that traditional concepts of Aboriginal and culture cannot be used in broad strokes to cover Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal students. The differences in cultures means that making them feel as they belong to the entire student body requires different methods of engaging. The arts is a curriculum area, and as a pre-service teacher, we need to understand the role and the language it uses. By portraying belonging, the relationship between arts, teaching, learning and Indigenous knowledges will be embedded within the classroom. The Indigenous culture belongs in the classroom. Thank you.